welcome to my channel. My name is Heather.Tiedman. I am a local realtor here in Lexington, South Carolina. Today I'll be covering the top 3 reasons to move to Lexington. This is my first video, so please bear with me as I learn the ins and outs of YouTube. But every week I will be uploading videos about Lexington and Columbia. We're going to cover things like the top 3 reasons to move to Columbia, Lexington, things to do in both those areas, places to see, shops, neighborhoods, moving here, buying a home here, all those great things that I'm sure you look forward to. So if you could please like, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications so you will be notified every single time I upload a YouTube video. Alright, so let's get started on the top 3 reasons why people like to move to Lexington. These are going to come from opinions of people that I've spoken to and that have told me their reasons why moving to Lexington. So these will be the top 3 reasons that people have, they told me they moved here. So a lot of the reasons why families like to move to Lexington is because according to the data, we do have 2 of the top 5 best school districts in South Carolina. Those would be Lexington District 1 and Lexington Richland District 5. They are award-winning schools and they are very popular. That being said, you can go online, you can look at the exact data, it's exactly what awards they've won, the class size ratio, the teachers, and things like that. And you go through each school individually if you would like. They do have that data available to you online. Another great thing that they mention is the wide variety of places to live while still being in these school districts. Like Lexington Richland 5 would be more like a small town feel, but then you move into Lexington District 1 and you can live in town with lots of shopping and restaurants and things to do. But also while living in Lexington District 1, you can live in a more rural part of the county, which is, like Pillion and Gilbert. Those would also be Lexington District 1, and they give you, more country feel, neighbors far apart, no HOAs, just a good balance of different types of places that you can live while also living in these school districts. That'll bring me right along to my second reason. My husband's from New York. I'll start off by saying that. So he is used to a lot colder weather. So a lot of people from up north like to move to South Carolina just because it's warmer, and our winters are mild and we get very little snow. Speaking of snow though, that is something to keep in mind, that when it does snow here, while it is very rare that it happens, once every couple of years, our area does shut down. We're not used to snow, so people are out buying all the bread and eggs and things like that. Schools typically will shut down if they're calling for snow because we're just not equipped to handle that kind of thing because it does happen so rarely here. What we are equipped to handle though is our hot and humid summers. It is very hot here, but with that being said, we have so many things that you can do to cool off, such as Lake Murray. There's boating and swimming, and there's like a beach and you can grill out, and that'll help you cool off. There's also our rivers where you can canoe, you can tube, you can swim and fish, and there's just a bunch of things for you to do to help you cool off during the summer. We also have great splash pads. My kids love their splash pads. The zoo has Waterfall Junction, and that's another thing that children typically tend to love. There's just so many things to do here to cool off that the heat of the summer doesn't really matter too much. And especially if you can find a community that has a community pool. So that is, something to keep in mind. Our weather here is great. You don't have to worry about the snow. Our average temperature here is 62 degrees. But our winters are very mild, 40, 50 degrees during the day. Not too bad. Occasionally it gets below freezing overnight. But for the most part, it's bearable, and, people go out and they have a great time. My husband moved here and he thinks it's fantastic because he no longer has to shovel snow. So, that's a kind of a win-win, and that's why we do see a lot of people from northern states move down here. All right, that brings me right along to our final reason why people like to move to Lexington. And this seems to be a big one as well. A lot of people just love the location. Lexington's very centrally located. It's very close to the capital of South Carolina, Columbia, which gives them opportunity to have a much broader list of things to do. Because, you know, in Columbia, we have the state capitol, we have the State House, we have the South Carolina State Museum, the Children's Museum, tons of bars, breweries, restaurants, things to do. There's lots of rivers and things like that in Columbia, which, you know, opens up a wide variety of, you know, more activities for families. Then we're also, you know, within a couple hours of the South Carolina beaches, like Myrtle Beach, Charleston, Folly, Hilton Head, Isle of Palms, you know, beaches that people love to visit during the summer, which will also help you cool off during the summer. And then we're also within a few hours of the mountains in the Great Smoky Mountains, and people love to take weekend trips, and they're just easy to do, and you can go, you can spend the weekend, you come right back home, and it's not this huge trip that you have to plan because we are so centrally located. These are just a few of the reasons why people tell me that they love living in Lexington. Another one that I will touch on in another video is our affordability. We are, you know, a good bit cheaper than a lot of other places in the US. I will go in a deeper dive into that in a future video. But I do want to say thank you guys for, you know, bearing with me through my first video. If you want to drop a comment below, I will respond to everybody. And I appreciate you guys, and let me know what you want to see, and I'll be happy to do a video on it. Y'all have a great day.